New developments tonight in the case of Sayra Barros, a Gwinnett County girl allegedly beaten to death by her stepmother with a wooden rolling pin.
The Fox 5 High team learned the state's child welfare agency fired another worker over her death. The state already fired 2 employees in February, faulting them for closing an earlier investigation of the family too soon.
But one of the workers told the Fox 5 I-Team reporter's Johnny Edwards she never signed off on closing the case, and now the state's fired the woman who ranked above her. Johnny?
That's right, firing the very person who Alexandria Arma told us actually closed the Barros case. And it took an outside investigation to sort it out. To Arma, it's vindication, raising questions about why Gwinnett County DFCS didn't believe her to begin with.
I want my name cleared.
Alexandria Arma, a former supervisor for the State Division of Family and Children's Services, defending her reputation again after an outside investigation appears to back up her account that she's not the one who cut short a child abuse investigation that might have saved a little girl's life. A letter from the State Inspector General to Department of Human Services Commissioner Candace Brose concluding this supervisor made that call. Now fired Social Services Administrator Sasha Carr.
I want a public apology because this has literally done so much damage to just me as an individual.
But DFCS says Arma, a single mom who spent 7 years with the agency, will get no such thing, still faulting her for having any role in the case.
To understand her story, let's go back to January after the shocking death of 8-year-old Sayra Barros in Gwinnett County. Police and prosecutors blaming Sayra's father, Claydeer Barros, for leaving her in the care of an allegedly abusive stepmother, and blaming Natiela Barros for the unthinkable.
The co-defendant, the wife, struck the child 10 to 20 times on the back of the head, neck, and arms with a wooden rolling pin.
DFCS later finding some fault of its own. An earlier investigation into Sayra's parents mishandled, closed after 38 days, despite a report from Sayra's school about disturbing comments from her dad.
And he called her a demon. He told his teachers that this little girl was possessed by a demon.
Records show Gwinnett County DFCS closed that complaint December 22nd, about a month before Sayra died. The state zeroed in on Arma and case manager Shatil Wingard, firing them over a pattern of closing cases without fully assessing for safety of the children. But Arma told the Fox 5 I-Team that during most of the Barros investigation, she wasn't in Gwinnett, but in a classroom in Griffin for mandatory supervisor training.
I am not the person who signed off on this case.
DFCS leaders took a second look, but didn't budge, providing the I-Team this line from the agency's case management system, listing Arma as closing the case.
Are you ready now to say who actually closed the case?
I am.
And that was
The administrator, Sasha Carr.
As we kept pressing, the agency's commissioner asked for some outside eyes. Arma reading the Inspector General's findings.
This is crazy.
According to the letter, Carr told one of her superiors, "I did not close that case." But the Inspector General found evidence to the contrary, including a December 22nd email with Carr telling Arma and her caseworker to submit the case for approval by noon that day. The Inspector General taking issue with her dishonesty, concluding she lied regarding her involvement in the closure of the case. The letter says Carr blamed DHS culture, with overdue cases frowned upon.
A lot of, case closures, it's about the numbers as opposed to the real issues that are going on with families and children. I feel like that there were other things that could have been done.
Sasha Carr fired for negligence.
Other DFCS records raise questions about why the agency didn't focus on Carr to begin with. While Arma had a clean disciplinary record and had just been promoted, Carr's personnel file shows she had been disciplined 5 times, including for closing cases without reviewing them properly.
And when the Inspector General checked the DFCS case management system, it found Carr took the final step in closing the Barros case. So why didn't Gwinnett DFCS know that already? The agency telling us in writing through a spokeswoman, this case is complex, and sometimes it can be difficult to ascertain who holds the ultimate responsibility. We reached out to Carr and tried knocking on her door, but so far, no response.
Now, this may not be the end of it. The state inspector general told us his investigation remains ongoing. As for the criminal case, Sayra Barros' parents are being tried separately in Gwinnett County. The father, Claydeer Barros, is on trial right now for a third time after 2 hung juries. Tom, Courtney?
Yeah, you can just tell how emotional this is for her, just recounting everything that's gone on. But with this new information, can Arma appeal to get her job back?
No, DFCS workers don't have that right. They're at-will employees. In fact, she didn't even get an exit interview or even a chance to tell her side of the story before she was let go. At the same time, she's not trying to get her job back. She says she already has a new job, and DFCS still adamantly believes they were justified in firing her. So no love lost, just a dead child and a lot of questions.
Meantime, it appears, and like a lot of passing of the buck inside the
Right.
DFCS organization.
Absolutely.
All right, Johnny, thanks.
Thanks, Johnny.
Thank you.